Do you ever feel uncomfortable when someone praises you in a weird way? Maybe you think they are too excited about your problems. Envy and deceit can lurk beneath the surface of even the most seemingly genuine interactions. But fear not. Armed with the wisdom of Stoicism, we're about to equip you with the tools to navigate the social landscape with clarity and confidence. Epictetus reminds us that it's not what happens to you that upsets you, but how you judge what happens. By improving our judgment and recognizing the signs of envy and deceit, we can build healthier, more fulfilling relationships. This video explores 13 Stoic concepts to help you identify jealousy and deceit clearly. We'll learn how to tell the difference between genuine praise and disguised insults and how to spot people who spread lies. If you're ready to boost your emotional resilience and sense of authenticity, subscribe now and join us on this Stoic journey. Watch for overly critical behavior. Our first indicator is overly critical behavior. Individuals who are envious often express their envy through excessive criticism. This behavior serves as a defense mechanism to bring others down to their level. Criticism, when excessive and unwarranted, can be a subtle yet potent form of envy. It reveals an individual's inability to appreciate the success or happiness of others without feeling diminished. Consider a colleague who constantly finds faults in your work, no matter how well you perform. This persistent negativity might stem from envy rather than genuine concern for improvement. Such criticism is not only disheartening, but also indicative of the critic's inner turmoil. They might feel threatened by your competence and, as a result, attempt to undermine your confidence. In ancient Greece, where Stoicism was widely practiced, criticism was often seen as a tool for self-improvement and communal betterment. However, the Stoics also recognized that not all criticism is constructive. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, frequently reflected on the importance of discernment in accepting feedback. He advised that we should consider the source and intent behind criticism. The Stoics believed in maintaining equanimity and not allowing others' negative behavior to disturb our peace. By recognizing overly critical behavior as a sign of envy, we can respond with calm and detachment, protecting our inner tranquility. Epictetus, another prominent Stoic philosopher, taught that we should focus on our own actions and attitudes, not on the judgments of others. When faced with excessive criticism, take a step back and assess whether the feedback is constructive or rooted in envy. Respond calmly and focus on constructive criticism that helps you grow. It is essential to separate helpful feedback from destructive criticism and to use only the former for personal development. Create a feedback journal where you record instances of criticism. Note the source, the context, and your feelings about the feedback. Over time, patterns will emerge, helping you discern constructive criticism. Look for inconsistent stories. The second indicator is inconsistent stories. People who are dishonest often struggle to keep their lies straight, leading to inconsistencies in their narratives. Inconsistencies in stories can reveal a lot about a person's honesty. When someone is truthful, their stories align because they are based on real experiences. Conversely, lies often lead to contradictions. Imagine a friend who frequently changes their story about why they missed an important event. These inconsistencies can be a red flag for dishonesty. For example, if someone initially says they were stuck in traffic, but later mentions they were at a different location, it raises questions about their honesty. In the Stoic tradition, truthfulness was highly valued. The Stoics believed that living an honest life was essential for inner peace and integrity. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of truth and the dangers of deceit. In ancient Rome, a person's word was considered their bond, and inconsistencies were seen as a breach of trust. The Stoics valued truth and integrity, believing that living in alignment with these principles leads to a harmonious life. By recognizing inconsistent stories, we can identify dishonesty and maintain relationships built on trust. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, emphasized that honesty is the best policy as it fosters genuine relationships and personal tranquility. Pay attention to the consistency of the stories people tell. If you notice frequent changes or discrepancies, consider addressing it directly or or distancing yourself from the individual. It's essential to build relationships with those who value honesty and integrity. When you hear an inconsistent story, ask clarifying questions. This can help you determine if the inconsistency is due to dishonesty or a simple misunderstanding. Keeping a mental or written note of these inconsistencies can help you see patterns over time. Notice excessive flattery. Excessive flattery can be a sign of envy and falsehood. Flattery is often used as a tool to manipulate and gain favor, masking true intentions. While genuine praise is healthy and builds confidence, excessive flattery can be deceitful. Think about a coworker who constantly praises you excessively, even when it seems unwarranted. This flattery might be an attempt to mask envy or to manipulate you for personal gain. For instance, if someone frequently tells you that you're the best at everything, it might be a strategy to gain your favor and trust. In ancient Greece, flattery was recognized as a manipulative tool. The Stoics, including Epictetus, warned against those who use flattery to deceive. Genuine relationships were built on honest and balanced interactions, not on excessive and insincere praise. Stoic philosophy encourages us to be wary of excessive praise and to seek genuine, balanced feedback. Recognizing excessive flattery helps us remain grounded and cautious of hidden motives. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the importance of humility and being wary of those who use flattery as a means of manipulation. When receiving excessive flattery, acknowledge it politely, but remain cautious. Seek balanced feedback from trusted individuals to maintain a realistic perspective. It's important to differentiate between sincere compliments and manipulative flattery. Reflect on recent compliments you have received. Assess whether they were genuine or excessive. Maintain a balanced view of your abilities and seek feedback from them. Observe their reactions to your success. Another way to recognize envy is by observing how others react to your success. Genuine friends will celebrate your achievements, while envious individuals might display subtle resentment or jealousy. The reactions of those around us to our successes can reveal much about their true feelings. Consider a friend who seems distant or dismissive when you share good news, such as a promotion or personal milestone. Their reaction can indicate underlying envy. For example, if you announce a significant achievement and someone responds with indifference or changes the subject quickly, it might be a sign of envy. In ancient Stoic teachings, the concept of rejoicing in others' success was emphasized. The Stoics believed in the interconnectedness of human beings and the importance of supporting one another. Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively about the value of genuine relationships and the need to foster positive connections. The Stoics believed in rejoicing in others' success and fostering positive relationships. By recognizing envious reactions, we can surround ourselves with supportive individuals who truly wish us well. Epictetus emphasized the importance of maintaining equanimity and not letting others' envy disturb our peace. Pay attention to how people react to your successes. Surround yourself with those who celebrate your achievements and distance yourself from those who display envy or resentment. It's important to cultivate a supportive and positive social circle. When sharing your achievements, observe the reactions of those around you. Note who genuinely celebrates with you and who displays signs of envy. Prioritize relationships with those who support your success. Check for passive-aggressive comments. Passive-aggressive comments are a common manifestation of envy and falsehood. These comments often disguise hostility and resentment under a veil of politeness. Recognizing passive-aggressive behavior is essential in identifying hidden envy. Think about a colleague who makes backhanded compliments, such as, "It's impressive you managed that given your limited experience." These comments can indicate envy and a lack of genuine support. For instance, someone might say, "It's great you finally got that promotion." It took long enough. In Stoic philosophy, clear and honest communication was valued. The Stoics, including Seneca, emphasized the importance of sincerity and the dangers of hidden hostility. Passive-aggressive behavior was seen as a form of deceit that undermined genuine relationships. Stoicism teaches us to maintain our composure and not be swayed by others' negativity. Recognizing passive-aggressive comments helps us address underlying issues and protect our emotional well-being. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the importance of inner peace and not allowing others' behavior to disturb our tranquility. When faced with passive-aggressive comments, address them calmly and directly. Clarify the intent behind the comment and set boundaries to prevent further negativity. It's important to communicate openly and resolve underlying issues. When you encounter passive-aggressive comments, respond with calmness and clarity. Address the comment directly and seek to understand the underlying issue. Set boundaries to protect yourself from ongoing negativity. Evaluate their reliability. Reliability is a key indicator of trustworthiness. Envious or dishonest individuals often exhibit unreliability, failing to follow through on commitments. Reliability reflects a person's integrity and dependability. A friend who frequently cancels plans or fails to deliver on promises. This unreliability can be a sign of underlying envy or dishonesty. For instance, if someone repeatedly promises to help with a project but always has an excuse for not showing up, it indicates unreliability. In ancient Stoic teachings, reliability and consistency were highly valued. The Stoics believed that fulfilling one's commitments was essential for maintaining trust and integrity. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the importance of being reliable and trustworthy in all actions. The Stoics emphasized the importance of reliability and consistency. By recognizing unreliable behavior, we can protect ourselves from disappointment and focus on building dependable relationships. Seneca often spoke about the value of trustworthiness and the impact of reliability on personal and professional relationships. Assess the reliability of those around you. Prioritize relationships with individuals who demonstrate consistency and follow through on their commitments. It's essential to surround yourself with dependable people who value integrity. Keep track of commitments made by those around you. Note who consistently follows through and who frequently cancels or fails to deliver. Prioritize relationships with reliable individuals. Notice their need for attention. Individuals who constantly seek attention may be masking envy or insecurity. This behavior often stems from a desire to be validated and noticed, diverting attention from others. The need for attention can indicate deeper issues of envy or low self-esteem. Think about a friend who always redirects conversations back to themselves, regardless of the topic. This need for attention can indicate underlying envy or insecurity. For example, during a discussion about your achievements, they might quickly change the subject to talk about their own experiences. The pursuit of external validation was discouraged. The Stoics believed in finding contentment within oneself and not seeking a. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of self-sufficiency and inner peace. Stoicism teaches us to be content within ourselves and not seek validation from external sources. Recognizing attention-seeking behavior helps us understand others' motivations and maintain balanced relationships. Epictetus emphasized the value of self-awareness and the dangers of seeking constant attention. When interacting with attention-seeking individuals, gently steer the conversation to a more balanced focus. Encourage mutual sharing and genuine interest in each other's lives. It's important to foster relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. During conversations, ensure a balanced exchange by asking open-ended questions and showing genuine interest in the other person's experiences. Notice if they reciprocate or continually seek attention. Identify lack of empathy. A lack of empathy is a strong indicator of falsehood and envy. Individuals who struggle to understand or share others' feelings often prioritize their own interests above all else. Empathy is a crucial component of genuine and supportive relationships. Consider a colleague who shows little concern for your challenges or successes. Their inability to empathize might signal deeper issues of envy or dishonesty. For example, if you share a personal struggle and they respond with indifference or change the subject, it indicates a lack of empathy. The Stoics valued empathy and the ability to connect with others on a deeper level. They believed that understanding and sharing others' feelings was essential for building strong, supportive relationships. Seneca often wrote about the importance of compassion and empathy in fostering community. Stoicism teaches us to develop empathy and understanding towards others. Recognizing a lack of empathy helps us identify individuals who may not have our best interests at heart. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the value of compassion and the interconnectedness of human beings. Pay attention to how others respond to your emotions and experiences. Cultivate relationships with those who demonstrate genuine empathy and concern. It's important to surround yourself with compassionate and understanding individuals. Reflect on recent interactions and note who responded empathetically and who did not. Prioritize relationships with those who show genuine concern and empathy. Look for defensiveness. Defensiveness is often a sign of underlying insecurity or envy. Individuals who react defensively to feedback or criticism may be hiding their true feelings or intentions. Defensiveness can indicate an unwillingness to accept responsibility or acknowledge shortcomings. A friend who becomes defensive whenever you offer constructive feedback. This reaction can indicate envy or an unwillingness to acknowledge their own shortcomings. For example, if you suggest a way they can improve and they respond with hostility or make excuses, it shows defensiveness. Stoic philosophy, accepting feedback with grace, was highly valued. The Stoics believed in using feedback as a tool for self-improvement and growth. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the importance of humility and openness to criticism. Stoicism encourages us to accept feedback with grace and use it for self-improvement. Recognizing defensiveness in others helps us navigate conversations more effectively and understand their underlying motivations. Epictetus emphasized the value of self-awareness and the importance of being open to constructive criticism. Approach defensiveness with empathy and calmness. Offer feedback constructively and observe how others respond. Use this insight to build more honest and open relationships. It's important to communicate openly and resolve underlying issues. When offering feedback, approach the conversation with empathy and clarity. Observe the person's response and adjust your communication style to foster openness and understanding. Observe their willingness to share credit. Willingness to share credit is a hallmark of genuine character. Envious or dishonest individuals often struggle to acknowledge others' contributions, seeking to claim all the recognition for themselves. Sharing credit reflects humility and appreciation for others' efforts. Consider a team member who takes full credit for a collaborative project, ignoring the efforts of others. This behavior can indicate envy and a lack of integrity. For example, if someone claims sole responsibility for a successful outcome without acknowledging the team's efforts, it shows a lack of willingness to share credit. In Stoic philosophy, humility and the recognition of others' efforts were highly valued. The Stoics believed that acknowledging others' contributions was essential for maintaining harmonious and supportive relationships. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the importance of humility and the interconnectedness of human efforts. The Stoics valued humility and the recognition of others' efforts. By observing others' willingness to share credit, we can identify individuals who are genuinely collaborative and trustworthy. Seneca emphasized the importance of appreciating and acknowledging the contributions of others. Encourage and acknowledge the contributions of others. Pay attention to how people respond to shared recognition and prioritize working with those who value teamwork. It's important to foster a collaborative and supportive environment. During collaborative projects, make a conscious effort to acknowledge everyone's contributions. Observe how others respond to shared credit and prioritize relationships with those who value teamwork. Detect insincere apologies. Insincere apologies are a common indicator of falsehood. Individuals who apologize without genuine remorse often do so to appease others or avoid conflict, rather than to make amends. Genuine apologies reflect accountability and a desire to improve. Think about a time when someone apologized to you, but didn't change their behavior. This insincerity can signal a lack of genuine accountability and honesty. For example, if someone apologizes for being late, but continues to show up late repeatedly, it indicates an insincere apology. In Stoic philosophy, sincerity and integrity were highly valued. The Stoics believed that genuine apologies were essential for maintaining trust and integrity in relationships. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the importance of sincerity and taking responsibility for one's actions. The Stoics emphasized the importance of sincerity and integrity in all actions. Recognizing insincere apologies helps us understand others' true intentions and maintain our own ethical standards. Epictetus often spoke about the value of honesty and the dangers of deceit. When receiving an apology, assess its sincerity by observing subsequent actions. Hold individuals accountable for their behavior and prioritize relationships with those who demonstrate genuine remorse and change. It's important to build relationships based on trust and accountability. Reflect on recent apologies you have received. Assess whether the person made genuine efforts to change. Monitor competitive behavior. Excessive competitiveness can be a sign of envy and insecurity. Individuals who constantly compare themselves to others and strive to outdo them may be driven by underlying envy. Healthy competition can be motivating, but excessive competitiveness often stems from deeper issues. Consider a person who always tries to one-up your achievements, turning every conversation into a competition. This behavior can indicate envy and a lack of genuine support. For example, if you share a personal success and they immediately respond with a bigger or better achievement of their own, it shows excessive competitiveness. The pursuit of personal growth and self-improvement was emphasized over external competition. The Stoics believed in focusing on one's own progress rather than comparing oneself to others. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of self-reflection and inner growth. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own growth and not compare ourselves to others. Recognizing competitive behavior helps us understand others' motivations and maintain healthy, supportive relationships. Seneca emphasized the value of self-awareness and the dangers of constant comparison. When encountering excessive competitiveness, redirect the focus to mutual support and encouragement. Celebrate each other's achievements without comparison. It's important to foster a supportive and collaborative environment. During conversations, focus on celebrating mutual successes without comparison. Encourage others to share their achievements and provide genuine support. Identify hidden agendas. Hidden agendas are a common sign of falsehood. Individuals with hidden motives often disguise their true intentions behind a facade of friendliness or concern. Recognizing hidden agendas is crucial for building trust and transparency in relationships. Think about a coworker who offers help but expects favors in return without being upfront about their expectations. This hidden agenda can signal dishonesty and manipulation. For example, if someone frequently offers to assist you, but later brings up these favors when seeking support for their own projects, it shows a hidden agenda. In Stoic philosophy, transparency and straightforwardness were highly valued. The Stoics believed that genuine relationships were built on honesty and clear communication. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of integrity and the dangers of hidden motives. The Stoics valued transparency and straightforwardness. Recognizing hidden agendas helps us navigate relationships with greater clarity and protect ourselves from manipulation. Epictetus emphasized the importance of clear and honest communication in building trust. Be aware of the potential for hidden agendas in your interactions. Communicate openly and set clear boundaries to protect yourself from manipulation. It's important to foster relationships based on trust and transparency. During interactions, communicate your expectations clearly and set boundaries to ensure transparency. Recognizing envy and falsehood in others is crucial for maintaining healthy and genuine relationships. By observing behaviors such as excessive criticism, inconsistent stories, passive-aggressive comments, and more, we can identify these traits and protect ourselves from their negative impact.